That's right, baby. We're back. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hopefully your week is off to a great start. Honestly, guys, let's go ahead and get settled in. Got another chat here for you. I just want to talk about really the one thing we all have as gamers that none of us can seem to fully overcome. That's right, guys. This video is going to be about the backlog. Now, whether you refer to it more as a library or a catalog or something of that nature, you know, in a lot of cases that can present kind of a slightly different mentality or perception, a little more of a positive spin on how you might perceive the ever-growing library that you have. I just have kind of always viewed it as one large project. I'm sure this is kind of a universal perspective, and the really strange thing about it is that at some point in our lives as players, guys, this is actually what we wanted. Like, I did just humor me a little bit. Go ahead and hop in the DeLorean with me. We'll jump into 88. We'll head on back. Come on, guys, there has to be a point in your youth where you had this idea, this picture in your head of just an ever-flowing mountain of games, and that was first on the checklist, right? That's if Santa was rolling in, you're all right, boy, this is what I want. I mean, of course, back then we had fewer responsibilities, didn't have any cash, of course, but we had all the time in the world. We all wanted it, man. We wanted all of them, guys. We wanted the games we saw on TV, the games our friends had, maybe something we caught a glimpse at in a Game Pro or something like that. Anything and everything we could get our hands on. Now back in the DeLorean we go, because once we hit fast forward, here's our creation. A giant library, guys. Spanning hundreds for some people, even thousands for others. I'll be the first to tell you my PlayStation library cumulative is thousands of games. Thousands of games. When you look at that backlog, library, catalog, what do you feel? I personally can't speak for you, but usually when I'm looking at something to play, it's a little overwhelming. Like, if I'm put on the spot and I'm not really sure what to play next initially, ooh, man, I'll sit there scrolling for a bit. And I know the term. It's called choice paralysis. It's actually become a pretty common term, especially when you're referring to this subject or the whole idea of a backlog or anything, and I completely see why. Man, back then we weren't presented with a wealth of games to play. We had a few solid experiences here and there, stuff we would play into the ground, like No Mercy, GoldenEye, Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and we had to make these work until the next big thing came home, and then that was what was going to get played into the ground, right? It is hard to overcome, and man, it feels like it's everywhere. Everywhere I look on YouTube, a lot of people, it seems like they're having a lot of the same trouble. Now, just think with me really quick about just hypothetical, like, and this is a little bit of what I mean as well when I say it's everywhere. Just hop in with me and think real quick about the last time you launched your preferred streaming app. Yeah, whether maybe it's how you found me on YouTube, but if it wasn't YouTube, maybe Netflix, Peacock, Disney Plus, ESPN, any of the others, right? Hulu. Did you know exactly what you were looking for? Like, if not, did you ever find something? Or did you just scroll? You just scroll, cover after cover after cover, movie covers, TV covers, the whole nine. Then did you ever find something? And did you give up, or even worse? Did you end up just, all right, I'm just doom scrolling on my app. I'm gonna go ahead and just grab my phone and doom scroll on there. Like, just maybe just out of sheer habit. Hey guys, we all do it. We all do it. And trying to be deliberate and intentional with our time can be one of the toughest things on here. It's something I work through every single day with my phone, is avoiding that doom scrolling element. So do not feel alone in that sentiment. Guys, at the end of the day, we want to play something. That's why we're sitting down. That's why we're grabbing the controllers, why we're settled in. It's time for a session, right? And the trouble is sometimes you got limited time in the evening. So when you are choosing what to play, man, it can be crushing, and it can be overwhelming right out of the gate, and it can lead to you just doing exactly what I said with apps. It's just giving up and spending your free time on your phone. I've resorted in the past, honestly, to cataloging any completions I've had, like in relation to my backlog, just anything with its title, whatever the platform was. I didn't track times, but I would usually put down like some notes for me to be able to kind of recollect in the event maybe I did a review on it or something, or just when you're overcoming a whole bunch of games like that, if you're playing like that, a lot of times they'll start to run together. Honestly, guys, in practice, spoilers, these methods haven't erased my backlog, and they haven't given me anything other than the perception that while I was doing it, it felt like schoolwork. It genuinely felt like schoolwork. Now, if you use any of these methods, if you use like backlogged, or if you're just managing your own spreadsheet on like Google Docs or Excel or something like that, and they work for you, awesome. Do not let me kind of rain on your parade. If these are all effective tools, and they can be helpful if that's what you're looking for. I just personally, over time doing this method, I just didn't have the experience, so I chose not to use these techniques anymore. Also, by the way, this isn't necessarily designed to kind of be a how to overcome your backlog conversation, so much as it is a guys, your backlog's never going away conversation. Like, and you can try to complete every game you have, of course, but something tells me that just playing for the sake of beating games and just running them back one after another, especially if you're achievement and trophy hunting on top of it, so now you have additional tasks and you're going, that's a fast track to getting to experiencing burnout, or even potentially, like we mentioned with the streaming service, giving up on the hobby entirely. Let's face it, guys, nobody wants to give up on gaming in general, right? My solution, this is just kind of what I've come up with. It's just, gang, come to terms with the fact that some of these games you're never going to beat. You might only have a session with them or something like that. Hey, some of these games are designed to be sessions. Tony Hawk, Guitar Hero, stuff like that. Like, even if you play them for a small time, that counts for something. And I also personally recommend this, and this is kind of what I've done, is when you're thinking about what you might be in the mood for next, throw it in a group. Xbox has groups, PlayStation has groups. Just group up a couple of games. Now, whatever maybe your next 2 are, maybe your next 5, depending on how you handle it. Just essentially just kind of remove it from the mass pile, if you will. Like, realistically, guys, having a backlog or a library, it shouldn't be a stressor. It shouldn't be a nightmare. It shouldn't be a nightmare. It was the dream. Remember? It was the dream we wanted, and man, guys, we should be proud that we have achieved it. We have the games that we want. We have some as well, quite a few that at some point we were interested in. We have tons of games to play. Don't let it bug you guys down. Genuinely. Next time you're thinking of getting a game session in, get an idea of what you have in mind. Separate it from that list, group it up, and then just kick back, relax, Just enjoy the experience. It doesn't matter what games are waiting. It doesn't matter how many of them are waiting. Guys, we'll get to those down the road. This is just how I try to be intentional in gaming. Take a look and just... I juggle some games. A lot of times I'll do, you know, deck reviews and stuff, Liza P. But when I really get immersed into a game, most recently like Claire Obscure, or when I'm getting ready to look at Days Gone, the remaster, and see if that can pull me in, I'm gonna be sitting there focused on just Days Gone. Maybe have a beer in my hand. Definitely gonna have a controller in my hand. I'm gonna be getting immersed and having a good time. Hopefully, guys, some of this dialogue lets you know that you aren't alone. As we all have great big backlogs, and they're likely gonna get a whole lot bigger before it's all said and done. So don't feel bad. Don't feel stressed. Just pick one and let's have a ball. All right? That's all I have for today. So let me know what you guys are playing, and don't worry about the next one. Just focus on enjoying that one that you're working on right now. And remember, guys, to keep it 100 line. Have a good one.